everyone doing? Welcome to the final episode of After the After Hours with your boy TraderPrad. The final day of this week. Is tomorrow going to be a free fall Friday? Now get ready for tomorrow. Powell going on the microphone. Powell going on the microphone again. Get ready for tomorrow. So I do have a watch list ready, but if you guys are ready, hit that like and subscribe. Hit that like and subscribe. Thank you guys for all the love. Thank you guys for all the support. This is your boy TraderPrad. TraderPrad. But if you guys are ready for this show to get started, why don't we dive into the full screen and hit that like and subscribe. Okay, we're running a little late. How's everyone doing? Welcome back to another episode, the final episode. The music's really loud. Let's turn it down. Ooh, that music is really loud. I know I'm running a little bit late. I was just helping somebody with something, but we're here. We're live. We're locked and loaded. By 60 seconds, exactly. Very slightly late, right? Very slightly late. But we're here. That's all that matters. How's everyone doing? How did your day go? I mean, did we call that down move or what on the market? Market got absolutely destroyed to the downside. Banks that reported this week got slapped. Goldman Sachs really sucked today. Oh my goodness. Goldman Sachs absolutely got destroyed. Netflix moved back to 117. AMD another red day. So, and QQQ did exactly what we called out yesterday. We said if QQQ goes into yesterday's VWAP and rejects around yesterday's VWAP, it's breaking yesterday's low and it's going lower. It did exactly that. So my goodness, we had some amazing call outs. So hopefully you guys profited on those call outs, made some money. But I know most of you either can't short because you don't have a margin account or you don't like to short. So I understand if you stayed away from the market or if you took some damage on the market. Also, it could be a little hard when markets go down, but boy oh boy was it crazy to the downside. Marvelous. But all this means is that tomorrow is a good chance for the market to not be what we want it to be. There's a highly likely chance that the market's not going to be free fall Friday, which is what we wanted every time, right? We want free fall Friday, but you don't always get what you want. Ooh, I got some scratches on me that I'm feeling right now because my dog and I were play fighting and he scratched me up and he bit me. I'm just starting to feel these scratches on me right now. But yeah, so the market's going to be most likely somewhat of a reversal, somewhat of a rebound move tomorrow. At least that's what I'm picturing. There's a good chance that the stock market goes into today's low, burns or tricks some sellers into today's low, and then just wipes out all the sellers from yesterday and today and completely reverse. I can picture that happening very clearly. So you got to be careful. But if there is a real down move that comes into play tomorrow, then this market is in trouble. If there is a real down move that comes into play tomorrow, this market could be in a little bit of trouble, as we're also pricing in apparently a rate cut for September. We'll talk about that a little bit more using the CME Chicago tool.
And UNY Butterfly donated $2 through Super Chat. What's up, Uncle Prad? Where's Auntie G?
I don't know who you talking about, okay? I ain't got no Auntie G, but hold on, let me scroll through Bumble real quick. We'll do that after. Yeah, no Auntie G. Thank you for the $2, Ani. That's maybe sometime in the future. Maybe sometime in the future we'll talk about that. Oh, that's right. TH mentioning that you could go SQQ to go short. We'll talk about all that fun stuff right now. So why don't we go into the full screen? Before we do that, let's welcome all of our viewers. We got SJ, Dieter, TH, and obviously Ani. Thank you for the $2 again. Much appreciated. Looks like Ani actually sent the tweet out a little late today. Nah, I'm joking. Let's go see this tweet, chat. Let's go to the full screen. Okay, I like it. Tonight, 8 p.m., join me live right now. We're talking about tracking Palantir, Netflix earnings. That's right. Almost forgot. Netflix reported earnings. How can I forget? I made the thumbnail about Netflix. Look at that beautiful bro Jogan. Oh, sorry, should I say Prad Rogan coming in. We're talking about stock markets. It's the TraderPrad experience, baby. Welcome to the TraderPrad experience. Weakness incoming for banks, question mark. We talked about that. And QQQ set up perfectly. That's right. QQQ was a monster call out if you took that short with me. Let's see if we can give some more monster call outs for tomorrow. And we'll start off by taking a look at... Stop it, YouTube chat. And we'll start off by taking a look at the most anticipated earnings tonight after hours and tomorrow pre-market. Starting with NFLX. Since Netflix reported earnings, I think it's right by changing the color scheme to Alexa, turn on Netflix and chill. Alexa, set Nano Leaf to 15%. So I think it's only right that we turn on the Netflix and chill color scheme over here for Netflix's earnings. And it also matches the whole theme for where Netflix went to the downside. Red move to Netflix. However, it did normalize later on. We'll talk about that very soon. Tomorrow reporting stocks are American Express, SLB, and Halliburton. I'm removing SLB from my watch list, so I only have American Express and Halliburton on my watch list for tomorrow that are reporting in the pre-market. Reporting today after hours, we only have one that we care about. It's going to be Netflix. There has been this theory in the past that when Netflix reports earnings, it kind of dictates the tone for the rest of the stocks. Netflix reported amazing earnings. They came out with 34% increase on membership sign up. Let's dive in deeper into Netflix earnings and all that fun numbers using our good friends Benzinga. If you are interested in signing up to Benzinga, make sure you check out my Linktree page right over here under affiliate sponsors. You will find Benzinga. Make sure you click on that and sign up to Benzinga to use amazing tools like news, trader chat that you can talk to real traders and mentors who are also very well known on the Twitter world and so on. News scanners, chart scanners, overall scanners themselves. So amazing resource, Benzinga. Make sure you click the link below. So let's go to Netflix earnings and read this report a little bit. Company reported, where is it? Revenue of 9.56 billion, up 16.8% year to year. The revenue total beat the estimates of 9.53 billion, not by much, but they beat it. The company reported second quarter earnings per share of 4.88, beating revenue estimates or EPS estimates of 4.75. Netflix ended the second quarter with 277.65 million paid members, adding 8.05 million paid members in the quarter. growing by 16.5% year to year, but came shy of the 9.33 million paid members added in the first quarter. Maybe that's kind of the thing that hurt them over there. The company highlighted Bridgetown? Is that a... What is that? Baby Reindeer? That was boring. Queen of Tears? What the hell is that? The Great Indian Kapil Show? What? Okay. Hitman? I think I was looking at that, but I didn't really care about that too much. But the Roast of Tom Brady, that was an absolute hit for Netflix for sure. Blah, 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 blah. The Roast of Tom Brady had, obviously, Netflix said its ad-supported members was up 34%. So that's the number that I saw that stood out on push notifications on mobile and so on. This is what the number that came to my phone as soon as the numbers came out, that they had ad-supported members growing by 34%. That's a big number. People are looking to take the ad-supported tier and open accounts. We're building an in-house ad tech platform that will test in Canada in and launch more broadly in 2025. So we're the test monkeys. That's awesome. Thank you Netflix for using us as your test monkeys. Netflix is guiding for the third quarter revenue to be around 9.73 billion, up 13.9% year over year compared to the, and calls for the EPS to be at 5.10, but we don't really see the expectations from the analysts and the experts. The company said it expects third quarter net paid subscriber ads to be lower than the previous year, so drop down a little bit, which was first to see the full quarter results paid efforts. Okay, Netflix said it is on track for critical ad subscriber sales for advertisers to come in 2025. Our ad revenue is growing nicely and is becoming more meaningful contributor to our business, but building a business from scratch takes time. I mean, you have 34% increase. You can use this statistic to basically gain more advertisers, and you can upcharge advertisers more to display. At the same time, I can see you guys charging advertisers more, but also increasing the base price of that ad tier year by year or quarter by quarter, whatever system that they have been doing so in the recent history. I can see them doing that too, so they're just gonna keep making money on both ends. So I can't see this being as a loss for them, right? They have more eyes on ad-supported system, and they're looking to grow their business on the ad system more. They're just growing more money with, regardless of all the money they're already making. Regardless of the money that they're already making. I think this is actually genius that Netflix kind of tapped into this. Obviously, this was Disney's idea. Disney first came out with the ad-supported tier, and it was genius, right? These streaming websites never tapped into that kind of market yet. YouTube was tapped into it. Twitch was tapped into it. But movie websites such as Netflix weren't really tapped into it until Disney came in and kind of showed them the way. And Netflix obviously taking big advantage of this now. We will premiere a multiplayer game, come on dude, based on the Squid Game universe later this year. Time to the launch of the season 2. Ooh, there's a season 2 coming out. I think I heard about that, but then I didn't really hear too much about it later on. But that's good to see. Netflix shares, however, at the time of the report dropped down 3 full percent, getting absolutely destroyed. So at the time of the report, stock got murked straight down to $600.20. That's beautiful. Exactly $600. Let's just round it down to 600 and then bounce right off of that. Now, I don't expect the stock to go right back to 600. There are a couple points to mention that they pointed out themselves, right? They pointed out that the growth on members signing up or new members are not going to be as big as they are at the moment, but as long as Netflix is growing year to year, I think it's okay, right? So Netflix is growing year to year. Expecting destruction from them is ridiculous. Overall, the move from the market is hurting Netflix and all other stocks in that basket, but this earnings report, I'm expecting it to come in and show some support, make this little consolidation lows over here, hold it more and show support there. If it doesn't hold, then we clearly saw how the 600 area reacted on the stock. That's actually 605. That's not even 600, but we clearly saw how 600 reacted, an absolute bounce off of that. People buying up any shares that they can from 600 all the way up to 620, 640, and running the stock back up because that report did not scream negative to me, right? That report did not scream negative to me. So looking forward to see how the stock trades tomorrow. Tech levels are very important for stocks that move within yesterday's ranges, right? Stocks that move within yesterday's range on earnings report, the tech levels are very important, such as yesterday's high, yesterday's low, last week's high, last week's low. And you can see how, surprisingly enough, this is last week's low, this is yesterday's low, this is yesterday's high, and we're kind of just settling in this whole box. We're just settling in this box over here between that range. So let's see how the stock reacts tomorrow in pre-market. I can't see the stock going down unless the market's really getting absolutely clapped. But if it does go down, it's gonna open up some opportunities to look for some longs for sure, because that report does not scream bad to me at all. So Netflix at the high, at the top of the priority list, but keep in mind it's a $600 stock, right? The spread's going to be easily a little wide. The volume is not too much on the low end. It brought in 7 million shares in the after hours over there overall. So it's not, I mean, including today and after hours, it brought in 7 million shares, which is well above the 30-day average. And I think tomorrow we easily trade well above the 30-day average volume also. And the ATR for the stock is $15.27. I could see around a $20 ATR tomorrow. I could easily see a $20 ATR tomorrow. So if by any chance the stock does go down, I'm looking for that long, and I'm holding it for that $20 run back up to the north side, because I'm bullish off the report so far. Let's see if the buying comes in to help us support that theory. American Express. Not really reporting today after hours, but a stock that is reporting tomorrow pre-market, along with another stock on the watch list. I actually forgot to do this for Netflix. Let me just do this real quick. Netflix, move over. American Express reporting with Halliburton tomorrow pre-market. So we'll be interested to see how these stocks move. It's in the financial sector, but not really in the banking sector. So I wouldn't bundle this up with what just happened with Goldman Sachs, or sorry, Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan and TD Bank and so on. Or not TD, why did I bring TD? Wells Fargo, all of them got absolutely destroyed today. So I wouldn't group them with that. But if the report comes out bad, I think we know where the story is going to, right? The banks are all getting pushed back down. The market's being weak overall. And if American Express does not come out with a decent report, we're easily looking for a move right back down. I'd say somewhere right back into where my previous lines are. I'm actually going to delete this one line over here. That's got to go. You got to go. Thank you. So right back into this area. This low of 240 or so, that's 230. Ooh, yeah, but I can see the stock moving back down on a swing term basis back into this support area to go test buyers back again. And anyone who bought on the run up, they have a big question to answer. Where is your stop? And that's the same question that people had to answer today on QQQ. Anyone who bought up today or yesterday on the Qs, where was your stop? As the market broke the low, it rejected exactly around yesterday's VWAP. We had two setups called out yesterday on the QQQ. Two setups. Setup one was, how does the stock behave at yesterday's VWAP? Does it reject that? If it rejects it, we're breaking yesterday's low and we're going lower. It did exactly that. Setup two was, if the stock is holding yesterday's VWAP, how does it behave at yesterday's high, or even at last week's low on the pop? And if it's fine selling here, go back, and then again you're looking to see how the behavior at VWAP is acting again. So there were two setups there. Thankfully the first setup played out. If you listened to me, you would have made some good hashish, chunk of money, that papa paper, baby, papa paper. I'm betting no one will go to AI generated movie or TV show. Why are we talking about AI generated movies? Disney recently admitted to a system hack almost as big as AT&T. Yeah, you know who hacked them? Yeah, 1 TB could actually be, 1 TB is not a lot. But this is hilarious. Furry hackers hacked Disney for 1 terabyte of information and are releasing data. It's hilarious. They're out there. The woke community, who had the only company supporting them, is now going for them. I don't get it, but hey, more power to them. I don't want to pick any battles because I don't want to get hacked myself. Nope, no thank you. No battles are being picked over here. In fact, screw Disney. Screw Disney. Short Disney. Short Disney. Absolutely back to the downside goes Disney. I guess now the barrier of 100 is going to be stronger. And if Disney breaks this 96 low, ladies and gentlemen, with the way the market's moving, that's a beautiful short opportunity opening up for the day traders. I mean, come on. I gotta put that on the watch list. Put that bad boy on. I'm debating where to put it on the watch list. I'll put it above. I'll actually put it below. No, I don't think it'll be ready tomorrow. I'll put it above Rivian. Above Rivian, because I need to be ready for this move whenever it comes into play. That break of 96 is going to be absolutely monstrous. I'm even going to set an alert right now. Set an alert on the way down so I can get notified when this happens, so I can be ready for that break, or even the long off of 96. If 96 is holding, we can get long off of that. If 96 is not holding, we're going down on Disney. Disney recently, okay, I already read that. Tech wreck, banks wrecked, Schwab plunged, and Plug got killed. I didn't even watch Plug Power. People would even trade Plug Power anymore? Oh, you're talking about something else. You're talking about something else. Never mind. It's summer and Disney parks are supposed to be full of tourists. They aren't. How do you know that? How do you know that? Have you been tracking the parking lots? Have you been sitting there watching the parking lots and counting the cars going in and out of the parking lots? Which is actually something people do. Eh? People do that. Like, I think Ray Dalio has done this before, where he hired satellites to image oil refineries so that he could measure how far away from the top of the oil refinery was the lid, because the lid goes up based on the amount of oil inside of the refinery. So the oil amount pushes up the lid, and if the lid is low, that means the oil inside the refinery is low and the quantity is going to be low. And if the supply is low and the demand same, prices obviously shoot up. So there's a story that I believe it was Ray Dalio who did that, who hired satellites and image oil tankers. So people do that for like Disney parks and companies too. They track them. You don't even need satellites. If you work at a Florida, if you live in Florida, you could just be, as Dougie says, that PEDO who sits outside of Disney like a weirdo in a car and just tracks them on the cars going in and out. Or you could even pay you know, a security guard over there to give you the info. He probably tracks the amount of cars going in and out every day, right? Because they got to track how many cars, parking lots are open and all that fun stuff. I mean, that's probably info that you could easily work your way to get and then make trading decisions off of. But is that illegal is the question. Is that illegal is the question. That's not insider information though, right? Like, you didn't get insider information from like someone who is a high up at Disney. You did your own research and you got it. So that's not insider information. But it'll be interesting to see if people are actually doing that. They're sitting outside of Disney theme parks, counting cars going in and out and calculating, you know, the traffic. Buy Disney dip ? Momo. I typed in dip in the chat or chart. It looks like Disney at the moment is going to break 96, honestly, right? 96 has been a good support for a week or so. This news catalyst that came out that they got hacked by gay furry hackers is not going to help them out. If 96 keeps on holding, ignoring all the technical analysis out there, if 96 keeps holding, then yeah, we got to trade. We got to trade for the upside. But if 96 doesn't hold, then I think the stock easily goes back into like these 88 areas or even just $90 to see if there's buyers around 90 and then come back up later maybe. But right now, I mean, this is just a straight trend. The trend is to the downside, and if I want to join the trend because the trend is your friend, then the trend is telling me to go short on the break of 96 and have a tight stop back through. And if 96 comes back and holds above 96, then there's possibly a long through that, right? Long on a fake break of 96 to the downside. But yeah, I'm not really interested for a dip buy on Disney. More interested on a short. The next stock that was going to report earnings tomorrow is Halliburton. Actually pulled back. What the hell is this? That's not Halliburton. Hindustan Aeronaut. What? And this stock flew crazy. I bet this is the company that probably makes the what do you call it? My dial-up internet brain power is lagging. All right, I finally caught up. The space shuttle that India launched to the moon recently, not too long ago. They probably make this. Hindustan Aeronautics. I mean, that price up is insane. They had a 2:1 stock split, and they went down to 1,000 rupees after having a 2:1 stock split. And even then, they ran up another crazy move to the north side. Now that, ladies and gentlemen, sheesh, forget Nvidia. Now that's a stock. Now that's a stock right there. Forget Nvidia. I'm moving to India and I'm trading Indian stocks, ladies and gentlemen. I'm actually interested if this is the company that makes it. India has their own fighter jets now? No shot. No shot. India used to buy their fighter jets from Russia. That's pretty cool. What if India could now start producing commercial airlines? That would be huge for India. That would be actually insane if these guys would start producing commercial airlines. Yo. I mean, why can't they? They already seem to be having the capabilities to produce military level. And that's how most companies start, right? Like, I was listening to a Joe Rogan podcast where he's talking about how most companies start. You start off by solving a military question, a military problem, Usually they come through DARPA grants, and then from there, once you solve that issue, solve that problem, you can turn that into something else. Like, that's like how internet was born. That's how even like SpaceX type of companies come to fruition, right? So it's pretty interesting to hear that through Joe Rogan. I knew that before Joe Rogan, but pretty interesting to hear that through Joe Rogan also. But it looks like India is on that phase right now. They are first doing military grade aeronautics, and then eventually it'll be nice to see if they could start creating a commercial airlines. But I'll stop gloating about my country. Let's go to the company that's on hand over here. It's a oil company, oil stock. Since surprisingly enough, we just talked about oil refineries and not on all that fun stuff not too long ago. But yeah, oil stock, Halliburton, on a pretty crazy run up recently. Nice run up after a double bottom. I guess oil stocks in general are going up. XOM, yeah, look at that. CVX, yes, CVX. Okay, so oil stocks all have been going up recently. Crude oil, okay. I mean, we don't need to see anything else. No, it's not Colgate. Crude oil going up a bit. Yeah, makes sense. So Halliburton, let's see if the earnings report helps them. God damn it, stop going to the Indian stock. Let's see if Halliburton can come in with their report. I just removed all these lines. Let's see if the stock can have the earnings report come in and help it. But you got to keep in mind, this run-up is insane for a stock whose ATR is 86 cents, right? This run-up is insane. If we have a big bump tomorrow off the earnings move, I'm more so looking to fade that move. But off the earnings, if the earnings are good and the stock is within this range over here, it would still be a little hard to look long unless like there's a clear, obvious indication that the stock is blasting off into 38, 39 area. It's just hard to expect that. This run up is a lot. I would need to see the stock finding a lot more buying above 35 for me to even think that. So I'm more so looking to fade this move over here on Halliburton. Dude, I thought you were Mexican. Well, why you thought I was Mexican, amigo? I'm not Mexicano. Soy no Mexicano. Me hablo español, but me no Mexicano, amigo. I'm trying to think what else I can say in Spanish, but I don't know Spanish that well. I don't know Spanish at all. Yeah. All right. TSM. So TSM, what do we talk about? How do we talk about TSM? Their earnings report wasn't bad, right? They had good report. It kind of saved them. They did go lower, but they came right back up. It looks like an indecisive candle. I could see the stock easily forming in this range a little bit more. The market was a little weak. Nvidia bounced off of 117, which is really good, right? You want to see Nvidia bouncing off of 117. You don't want to see Nvidia being weak under 117, because if it's actually getting sold under 117, that spells trouble for all semiconductor stocks. TSM, AMD, you name it. AMD got beat down more today and beat down exactly to that line over there to 153 area, right? So it's at the moment, it's not looking pretty for semiconductor stocks and for the overall market itself. But let's see how the future sets up. Let's see how the future sets up. But looking at TSM, who actually reported earnings today pre-market, the move was to the downside for the most part, even though the number here says 0.39 to the green. The move was red. Let's call it how it is, right? If it quacks like a duck, it's a duck. It's not a fucking elephant, okay? It's red move, and it went down. I'm happy that it got bought up, yes, but this is not really screaming like a day two opportunity, right? This is not really a day two. We got a big day one move and we're gonna get a big day two move. It doesn't say that. So TSM is kind of on the back burner for me. I much rather go look at Nvidia. If Nvidia shows me support at 120, at 117, go into 120, show me buying and bounce right off of that. Or go into 117, show me buying and bounce right off of that. I'm interested in that long on Nvidia. So my eyes in the semiconductor sector here are shifting away from the earnings names, which is only one, TSM, and going into the main names again. So Nvidia, AMD, mainly the ones that got absolutely clapped to the downside. Micron not in that basket. Micron deserves to go a lot more to the downside because their report sucked compared to how big of a run-up they've been having recently. So Micron could easily go back to 100. I think it has another $7 move back down. So I'm not looking for a long on Micron just yet. The other semiconductor, ARM. ARM is another one. So 150 on ARM was a big level. So make sure you're watching for this one. If ARM shows you support at 150, the same way Nvidia has been showing support after the split into 117. I'm just looking for my notes over here so I can mark it up. Nvidia color orange 117. So we're waiting to see how these two stocks behave at this price, and if they're able to give us some trading opportunities, some decision making opportunities for semiconductor stocks. Why did I close that? Things I do sometimes, I don't even know. So 150, put that alert for yourself. I'm actually going to put an alert right now. You see how that level almost came into play today? Bang, bang. And we'll see if we get an opportunity to make a decision off of that then. Continuing with the stocks that reported earnings today pre-market, Domino's Pizza, DHI, the next few stocks. Now, we just said that TSM doesn't really have a day two type of play. Domino's Pizza might have that, and DHI might have that. So we'll talk about these two in a second, but let me just quickly go through our chat because I have a bad habit of not reading chat when they're talking to me because I have such an ADD brain that if I read messages while I'm talking about stocks, I'll get lost in the messages and then I will forget what I want to talk about. So that's why I go on a train on the stocks first, and then I go on a train on the chat. I like going on trains, guys, if you catch my drift. All right. Anyways, Brown Proud, yes sir. I don't know you're brown. Chili Takis. What the hell is Chili Takis? Chile Takis? Takis? I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Amazon huge sales. Amazon going down? I mean, what do you expect? Market's going down. And Amazon is getting held down by Papa Bezos. So that's another big catalyst over there. Papa Bezos holding down Amazon. I spent $424 yesterday as a W customer. Wayfair? Wayfair breaking down too. Nvidia, a winner. Nvidia holding 117 is a win for Nvidia. I will give you that. I will give you that. 2% up on the day. Not bad at all. Right? But I wouldn't say it's a winner till it gets back above 127 at least. You know, like 127 for me is important. It's very important. As important as 117 is. Takis, hot Cheetos, brown people like it. Oh yeah, I get what you're saying. Oh, fuck Takis, bro. You want to know the secret sauce? Let me put you onto the secret sauce, brother. This. Right here. The blue bag, okay? This right here is a secret sauce. This bad boy right here is the secret sauce. You put this shit in anything. It's like the sriracha sauce, okay? You put this with anything. And the other secret sauce, not Takis. Bang. This bad boy right here. Not the garbage, cheesy bullshit, right? This bad boy. Bang. All right? This is what you get. This is a lot spicier than the Indian masala lays that I just mentioned. This will burn your stomach. But the Indian masala lays, they're perfect. They're perfect. And anyone who eats it and says they taste like ketchup chips, unfollow me, unsubscribe me, delete my number, lose my number, all that things. If you think Indian Lays taste like ketchup chips, don't talk to me anymore. Stop watching me. I will fight you. Hole in belly. Yeah, you're drilling a hole in your belly for sure. It's like flaming hot holes. All right. You're getting me hungry. And talking about being hungry, as Dieter mentioned, I want to eat pizza now. Yeah, I do want to eat pizza now. I think there is pizza at home for me, so I'm excited to try that. Domino's Pizza. Big down move on Domino's Pizza. And if you look at the candle, that is a very bearish candle, right? Bearish candle. No buyers stepped in on the way down all the way till 400. It's just no buyers on the way down. Just none. Absolutely zilch. There you go. All right, no buyers at all. A little bit of a relief rally off of 400, but it just doesn't seem much of anything to me, right? Much of anything. This pop immediately got stuffed back down, and right back down we go. The yesterday's VWAP is at 430. That is a little important. You can see how 430 is also right around today's high. So I'll be interested to see. Where's 930? 930. I'll be interested to see how that 430 area comes into play tomorrow. If we pop into this 430 and show me some rejection at 430, I'm looking to get short, looking for a move back into 400. DPZ obviously $16 ATR, so it'll be crazy to see how wild the stock moves. I'm pretty sure DPZ did not have that big of an ATR before. DPZ probably had like a $4 or $5 ATR before, but after today's move, let's actually go check how big of an ATR it did by going to yesterday's watch list. Okay, $12 ATR, and now you're at a $16.50 ATR. Okay, gotcha. So $16 ATR, looking for any pops to get short into. If today's VWAP comes into rejection, the same idea as QQQ. If today's VWAP rejects, we're not only getting a $16 ATR, we're getting another big move right back down. If the report was bad enough, right? But if it doesn't reject in this area, then a pop in here would probably give us a move back into this area around 420 or so, and we can enjoy with a nice short opportunity. DPZ with the big sell-off opportunity today. So looking for a day 2 trade. 400 support, looking for 415, 416 as the first resistance, and above that 430 as my next resistance. DHI, the opposite of what happened on DPZ. Absolute rocket ship today. The shoe seller, I'm pretty sure it's shoes, right? Oh, it's home building. I thought it was a shoe seller. Never mind. Home builder, absolutely rocking to the upside today. Did Lennar go upside with them? Oh, they did, but they got destroyed right back down. LEN tried to sympathize trade off of that catalyst for DHI, but no help for LEN, sadly. Absolute move right back down after that pop. That could have been a good short. DHI, though, we'll see how this one behaves. It did 9 million shares today, yes, but I think it's gonna go right back to doing 2 to 4 million shares of volume. So it'll be crazy to expect the stock to do something more than today's candle. Easily expecting inside day tomorrow. Not gonna expect more than 180. So any pops into 180, I'm gonna look to possibly fade it. But if the stock is giving me some sort of a dip opportunity and the dips are getting held, some sort of a good pattern on a 5-minute chart, you're seeing the stock consolidating and then resoluting either to the upside or the downside into yesterday's VWAP. Some sort of a clear pattern that we can take a breakout of and at a cheap price. That way we can get like the move to the upside or the move to the downside to capitalize on. So watching DHI tomorrow, a little bit lower priority, right? Markets hot and frothy, and the large cap stocks are moving around really well, so more focus on the large caps. But these stocks could be those hidden gems that people aren't really watching, and you know, they will have a little bit of a cleaner move. Because if you watch DHI today, look how clean the stock was. All it did was open up right after the earnings move, open up, pull back into the previous all-time high, found support, ripped up from there, just ripped up from there, right? This is the previous all-time high that we actually marked in last night for you guys on stream, and right off of that area, bang, just rocket ship. How much easier can the trade get for you, right? So looking for something like this, more fun on DHI if it can set up. UAL, the stock that reported today pre-market, somewhat of a nothing burger move, I would say. So expecting this stock to have a day 2 move is ridiculous, but it's on the watch list. If it moves around, if it sets up for some sort of a trade, I'll watch it, but I'm not expecting a big day 2 move, right? The buyers got absolutely wiped out, actually turned red on the day. The stock was looking green off the open until the conference call, and like I mentioned, the conference call usually can shake things up, and it did shake things up, right? This was the move I'm talking about. First we pop up, we immediately get sold off, and that sell-off gets matched with buying right away. So that's showing me that okay, there is buying, there's some sort of a long opportunity, and right here into VWAP is where I got long, right? It went up, it sold off, it got back up, it's holding around VWAP, and I got long. What did I do? I forgot to look at my own notes, and in my notes it said 10:30 a.m. conference call, and right at 10:30 a.m. bang, the stocks breaks down lower. I'm wondering what happened, right? And all of a sudden I look at my notes, I see that it's at a conference call. Had I seen that before, I would have not even entered the trade. Not even enter the trade, because why enter when we know a conference call is going to happen in the next minute or two, right? Small little loss. I didn't lose much. I lost like 5 pennies or 6 pennies, but just the idea when you're of doing homework, you're seeing that's what stocks are reporting. It's good to know what times they have conference calls too. Very, very good to know, because if they have it during intraday when you're actually trading from 9 to 4 o'clock, that can sway the stock from going against you, or can help you really well, at which point you can add to the trade better. Right? So you got to keep a track of that. Alcoa, we were wrong about this stock, boy. We were so wrong about this stock. I actually had the long on this one, and I made money on it, surprisingly enough. But boy, was I wrong. The whole idea yesterday that we mentioned on Alcoa was the hold of this area around 37, because it was a previous low right there, 37. So it actually opens up around 37. It sells below 37, but then here on the 5-minute chart, you can see how it sells below 37, gets back up. Sells below 37, gets back up. Sells below 37, gets back up. And right here, as we get back above 37, I go, okay, this looks like a long to me. I go long, I get out into 38.25 or $38. I make my quick dollar per share scalp, and I'm looking for some sort of a bigger move up, because obviously they did grow year to year, right? They grew year to year, and they look good. But I also did mention that they only are making 16 cents per share, which is not a lot. 16 cents per share is not a lot of money being made for a company. So that probably pushed the stock right back down as the market was flushing, and it just never recovered from there. So I was a little wrong. But I was also right. It came back above 37, and it gave you $1 per share trade if you took it. Now that we see clear selling under 37, any pops into 37 could give you a short opportunity for a move down into what seems to be where the stock wants to go, into $33, $34. So today's high was 38. I don't think today's high comes into play. Today's VWAP is at 36.52, 36.42. Let's just say 36.50. I think anywhere from 36.50 to 37 could be seen as a zone where the stock could find some selling based off of today's reaction off the earnings, and we could have that swing move idea into $34, $35, at which point any pops into 36.50 to 37, if they're selling, I want to get short for a move into today's low, and then if it breaks today's low, we got more juice for a bigger move downside if the stock wants to give it to us. So putting resistance 36.50, no, that's support. Putting resistance 36.50 to 37 as watch. Above 37, I'll just put that today's high at 38.22 as a watch, and then today's low as 35 as a watch. Under 35, you basically have 34. Stock has a $2 ATR. A nice short into 36 for a move into 34 would be beautiful. So let's see if we can set up for that. Alcoa. When we were talking about the difference between UAL and DHI and DPZ, because we don't expect UAL to have a good day 2 opportunity, the same idea comes into Alcoa. Alcoa is in the books of DPZ and DHI, even with a good report, they sold off and they actually found selling under a previous level. So this looks like solidifying the downside move for me. So I'm excited for the short. More interested to trade that stock than trade UAL is the idea. J&J, this is what I expect DHI to kind of do. After having a big pop like this, where the stock does multiple ATR than it's supposed to, the next day expecting the stock to do something exactly like that, or at least half of that is crazy. It's crazy, right? So inside day, rejected around today's high, held around yesterday's low, yesterday's VWAP. So good move here on J&J. You can see how this previous high also came in to act as support on J&J. So little support coming in, a little bit more back and forth around this area could set up for a breakout of 158, or a little bit back and forth in this area could set up for a move right back down, kind of like what IWM did. Boy, oh boy, did I call this one out for you guys. I said IWM was a little overextended, and I'm looking to short IWM. Not only did IWM play out picture perfectly to that call out, even the one and only, what's his name? The one Lance, I don't want to screw up his last name. I always screw up his last name. I'll just refrain from saying it. Even Lance posted the same thing. He posted the chart. He said the same thing that I said to you guys, saying that, hey, the stock looks a little euphoric, right? Euphoric, overextended, looks wild to the upside. Look for a possible reversal. Day B cracked the high and then got sold off. That was yesterday. Day C, which is today, moved back into day A and day B's high, rejected and sold right off and created a new low below yesterday's low. Perfect setup. Another example of this very same trade, JOBY. Day one, euphoric move, overextended move, shorts trapped, right? And now we're getting to a point where the longs are trapped. We're getting to a point where the longs are trapped. You can see how the stock pushes today exactly into yesterday's / day one's high over here and rejects and sells right back down. So this is setting up for a big trade opportunity. You can either look for a break of the $6.80 to $7 short to the downside of $6, or this area holds and more shorts are trapped and we go for another run up on JOBY. So JOBY kind of on the watch list over here, replicating what IWM 3-bar move to the downside here is. And let's see if J&J can set up for another 3-bar setup for us, kind of like what IWM and what's the other one that I just mentioned? God damn it, I lost track. Joby, if Joby can set up that way too. So it'll be nice to see if all these stocks can help us out. Palantir, now this one's insane. Now this one is absolutely nuts. Palantir has been beautiful because it looked a little weak right around this area. You can see how that big little, maybe not, I'm thinking about maybe this day actually. I'm thinking about this day because Palantir looked a little weak over here. We got below 28, we look scary, and then we pop right back up. And that's when I said, okay, Palantir looks a little iffy because Palantir looks like it wants to start breaking out higher. This action over here shows you that there's buyers kicking in. If we do break below 2670, that sets up for a beautiful move back down. But we aren't doing that, and we got the breakout. Even with the market being weak the way it was, Palantir running up to the north side, taking out levels, giving you a beautiful double top. Surprisingly enough, maybe not surprising, but Palantir 30 had like a big size on there. There was like 1 million shares sitting at the $30 level. So a little bit of a seller clearly available for us to play with. And if that seller is destroyed, if that seller is wiped out, a nice breakout to the north side above Palantir so we can have fun with that breakout. I would like to see your broker statements, good sir. Well, you're never seeing the light of day of that one. Have fun. Good luck. How come Nvidia sucks so much butts now, says Strandley on Twitter. Oh, sorry, on Twitch. I wouldn't say it sucks butts. I wouldn't say it sucks butts, right? Like, what you gotta keep in mind, 117 is basically still $1,000, right? That's basically the price of Nvidia. So thinking that Nvidia sucks butts because it's at 1,170 is kind of weird to me. It's kind of weird to me. Right? If Nvidia goes down here to $95, even then saying Nvidia sucks butts looks weird to me, because that means Nvidia is at $950. That puts Nvidia at a PE of like 400, maybe not 470, right? So I wouldn't say it sucks butts. I would say it still easily could go into $70 to be sucks butts, right? I mean, look at AMD. I wouldn't use that terminology for this one. But I understand your point of view. I understand what you're saying, right? It's getting sold off. Look, the market's weak. The market's weak. It's getting sold off. What are we expecting from the stock just to go higher and higher? This is not a small cap stock. This is the world's fourth or third, no, not third for sure, fourth or fifth largest company in the world. Expecting the stock to do like a small cap, like you know, just halt and just run crazy to the north side is wild. It's absolutely crazy. So in terms of how the stock is acting right now, for me, it's this simple 117 area. Why 117? That's the low we made after the split, and that's the low we have been respecting ever since. You can even see how today's action, not a single seller under 117. And anyone who sold under 117, guess what happened to them? Right? Guess what happened to the short sellers who took the 117 break short intraday? They all got stopped out right on the break of this candle, or they held it even more and they took a bigger loss. And that's why you want to see selling actually take place under 117. And you see that when the stock is at like 115, 116. If Nvidia is at 115, 116 and getting held under 117, that opens up some real doomsday events for all stock market, all semiconductors. So that's going to be crazy. That's going to be crazy. It was on fire for so long though, but now it flatlined. Yeah, I get your point. I get your point on that side. In USA, we say sucks ass. Yeah, sucks ass. Sucks hairy ballsack. American Airlines dumps as JP. AAL. AAL probably dumped because of UAL, right? Yeah, probably because of UAL. This looks a lot more pronounced than UAL, surprisingly enough. A lot more pronounced than UAL. Yeesh. This is why they say trend is your friend. That's why they say use stops. Yeesh. Yeah. Down goes 8L. Why is Prad using the calculator to add a 0 to the number? Shut up, Momo. Yeah, I didn't even realize that. Shut up, Momo. Hey, I was trying to be semi-PC. Bro, you don't gotta be PC. You ain't gotta be PC. We ain't sponsored by... Why did I type PC in the chat in this chart? What's wrong with me, bro? Put call ratio. I don't even know this was a thing though. This is pretty cool. Put call ratio, and apparently there's more. Does this say that there's more calls being bought or more puts being bought? Is this what it's indicating, like a advancer decliner? And if that's the case, why is everything just green? Yellow is green for my charts, if you're wondering. I changed the colors for me because it just changes the way psychologically, because everyone just has red or green pre-programmed in their head, right? So seeing red or seeing green makes possible emotional changes in the brain that'll trigger, like, you know, wrong decision making. So just changing the colors away from red and green and using different colors to just stay away from there. Stay away from there. Just a little neat little party trick over there. PC blows. Okay. I use ADR. ADR is what I use. Advanced. Can I even pull up ADR? I can't. So I'll just go here. ADR is what I use. That's not it. This one. This one. There you go. So advanced decliners divergence. I think that's what it stands for. ADD. Sorry, not ADR. ADD and tick. ADD and tick. Why did I say ADR? What is ADR? Advanced decliners ratio. Oh yeah, I do use ADR too. That one I use on Trade Ideas. Trade Ideas has a neat little tool that shows you advancers, decliners right on their website. I would have to log in. I'm not logged in. I'm logged in on my work computer. I guess I could I can remote into my work computer to show it to you, but anyway, it doesn't matter. But yeah, advancers, decliners, ratios, that's also something that I use. RSI, MACD, EMA, VWAP, bull divergence, Starbucks tanking. I like the way you put all that and then you put Starbucks tanking. It's a little bit of a down move for sure. A little bit of a down move after a big pop, but that's a big pop after a big down move. So I wouldn't say it's tanking. This is more a pullback after a big move, and I think this is going to consolidate more because that sell-off right there, that sell-off candle got matched right back with a big buy candle. Same thing happened here. That sell-off candle got matched up with the buy candle. So I'm expecting that there's a buyer here in this area, and he is clearly supporting the stock. And until that buyer breaks, I wouldn't really call the stock weak because this buyer is going to prop it up a little bit. He's going to prop it up a little bit. Unless the sellers in this area are more eager than this buyer, I think the buyer is winning at the moment. Obviously, we don't know who's winning until either this side breaks or this side breaks, right? It's like a boxing match. One side has to lose for us to know who won. GitLab. Aww, this one's a little bit of a sad story because it got under 52. Sorry, 53. Got under 53. I was expecting 53 would hold, but I guess at the end of the day, we got back above 53 and closed above 53. GitLab had a recent news catalyst that it might be exploring for selling the company to Datadog, surprisingly. I thought Google might be the one who comes in and steps up, buys GitLab to compete with Microsoft's GitHub. But I guess they're looking to sell to Datadog. However, after that pop, a little bit of selling came in today with the overall market, and GitLab didn't really find too much buying on the way down. So possibly watch that one. Rivian is very interesting, ladies and gentlemen. Very, very interesting. This is almost in the Palantir basket because not only did Rivian get sold under 17, not only did we struggle under 17, we rallied right back, held, and popped back up. Like, what? I thought Rivian finally resolved after this little action right here. Okay, that's locked in. We're short. We're locked in. We're going down. And then seeing it rally right back up and find buying here was mind-blowing for me. I was a little shocked. Did not expect that. So Rivian, I'm going to give it some days to settle. I'm not going to touch it for the next few days. And maybe if we see selling right back into today's low at 1650 and under today's low, we actually take out today's low and sell off clearly under today's low. I'm not going to be too interested for looking for a short because Rivian seems like there's buyers in this area and we could easily start holding 17 for a couple of days. And once the market starts getting back up, Rivian looks like it wants to go to $20. Rivian looks like it wants to go to $20. And then the next few list of stocks that we have are basically QQQ, S&P 500, the Magnificent Seven, such as Apple, Amazon, Google, and so on. Amazon, obviously, pretty big pullback from that 200. Meta going into 453. Actually, didn't even go into 453. I wanted 453, but didn't go there. But Meta going into that 453 area. A lot of the large cap stocks have all pulled back. A little bit of rally on most of them, though. A little bit of a rally on most of them, even though the market ended red. Okay. Where is it? Apple red, Amazon red, Microsoft red, Meta green, Google red, Nvidia green, Netflix obviously red, Tesla green but flat. There you go. That's your Mag 7 right there. The fact that Tesla is still finding buyers here is crazy to me. This is wild. I thought Tesla would come back into 210, 200. No. No. Right now we're having a pizza slice pattern. Shout out to Domino's. We have a pizza slice pattern being formed on Tesla. Nice little wedge. You can throw in a trend line from the top and a trend line from the bottom. And let's see if that trend line breaks with a nice little volume on the daily chart, because that would set the tone for either direction. With the big volume bar on the daily chart, something like this candle volume bar over here, like 200 million shares traded with the breakout of the trend line. Or is it even called trend line? What is it called? It's called a symmetrical triangle, right? I'm trying to be perfect for you guys here. A nice little, it's not even a symmetrical triangle. Well, right now it is a symmetrical triangle, but whatever triangle that forms, if it breaks that triangle, it'd be interesting to see what happens. In NYC, Buffalo Wild Wings making a comeback. Talking about the team? Oh, the restaurant, Buffalo Wild Wings. Do we have that here? Oh shit, we have them here. No, we don't. We have Wild Wings here. We don't have Buffalo Wild Wing. Is it the same thing? It's probably not, right? Probably not. Yeah, probably not. They just probably copied you guys. They just copied you guys. Yeah, 1982. Ours is 1999. We now recently got a Wingstop though. We just recently got Wingstop. We have 3 of them. One here, one there, one there. That's it. Just 3. That's hilarious. I bet you this used to be a bank. Ah, that's hilarious. They bought out an old bank building and they just converted it into a Wingstop. Even then, they left the same coloring scheme. Unless all Wingstops looks like that, that looks like a TD bank. Bigger than Chipotle, then COVID hit. Makes sense. Makes sense. Makes sense. In terms of the Magnificent 7 and QQQ, I think just talking about the QQ, Mara went down 7% today. Did Bitcoin get crumbled? It didn't really crumble, but Mara pushing down pretty hard. That could set up for a good long over here at 23. If 23 holds on Mara, I'm interested for a long. Let's see how that sets up. If Bitcoin goes up, if Mara's holding 23, Mara could have a good opportunity there. Keep that one on your watch. But going back to Magnificent 7 and QQQ, I think we can just talk about QQQ and S&P 500, and that'll just be kind of wrapping up the whole Magnificent 7 as a whole basket. And the idea is over here for me that I think QQQ holds this previous low if we do push down there, or even today's low, and we bounce off of that. I'm expecting no free fall Friday. It's going to be a trap Friday, right? It's going to be a trap Friday, I picture, because 2 back-to-back big down days like the days we had. When do you see 3 of those? When do you ever see 3 of those? Right? Almost never. So in my heart, I want it. But we might not get it. We might not get it. So more so looking to get long on dips tomorrow, on Magnificent 7, on QQQ, on SPY. But boy oh boy, if the market opens up much higher and is not able to hold any of these levels higher, that's getting spicy. That's getting a little spicy. So let's see how the market sets up tomorrow. We don't really have any big major economic events coming out, so nothing that could move the market big time. There are Fed members talking at 10:40 and 10:25. We got Williams at 10:40 and Bostic at 12:45. Possibility that it does a little bit of a wiggle here or there when they're talking, but I'm not expecting too much. Usually it's Powell who moves the market, but let's see what happens, man. I'm very excited because this market, is pretty spicy for the summer. Pretty spicy for the summer. For my little history of being a trader, I have not seen this much spice on summer. Spicy summer. Homestead Boy saying Caterpillar. I think you're the same guy from Twitch. Sorry, on Twitter, who's saying Caterpillar. I'll take a look at Caterpillar in a second. Hey, I was trying to be... sorry, a coworker was going on and on about Rivian. Dude, I don't even know what company is. Is it still a meme stock or whatever? Rivian's not a meme stock. Rivian's not a meme stock. It's a legitimate company. They make legitimate cars. They make legitimate sales. So it's not a meme stock. You know, Nikola is a meme stock, but Nikola has also converted from being a meme stock to somewhat of a more legitimate company. But Rivian is, from birth till now, a legitimate company. I wouldn't classify as a meme stock, but I can understand the idea about it because it opened up at like, what, $170? This is when all IPOs were crazy, right? All IPOs were crazy. The most recent change that Rivian had was they got an investment from Volkswagen. Volkswagen is buying or putting money into Rivian, and they're getting their electrical, their technology, basically. They're getting their technology in return. So it's a benefiting both parties over here, and Rivian has been catching some traction off of that as a stock. As a car, I mean, I'm kind of a car guy, right? I like cars, vroom vroom. I watch Formula 1, vroom vroom. I hate Max Verstappen, vroom vroom, right? But as a car for Rivian, I mean, they're not bad looking, right? They're not that bad as people say they look. The new Rivian RX3, I think that's the off-roader. Dude, these off-roaders look sweet. These off-roaders look like a mix between an old school car and a Porsche. Like, it looks sweet. And you can do fancy stuff like, you know, put up a tent in the back. Like, that's cool as shit, dude. That's amazing. You can fold the seats, lay in the car and watch a full movie, right? I think Tesla can do that too. But that's amazing. I like what Rivian's doing in the car world, but does that match directly with how they are doing as a company? Not really, right? They're not doing great things. They're not, the delivery numbers are not bad. I guess people just don't like Rivian as much as they like Tesla at the moment. That's the point I'm getting to. People like, even the Cybertruck has made more sales than the Ford truck has. And the Ford truck released much earlier than the Cybertruck has, and has developed way before the Cybertruck has. Momo says lies. Momo needs proof. Tesla's unconventional Cybertruck surpassed the Ford's F-150 Lightning as America's most popular electric pickup truck in May. 2.4K to 3.9K. Bang. Bang. Right? So Tesla is obviously the love of everyone's heart. So Rivian's struggling with that battle quite a bit. It's struggling with that battle quite a bit. He bought a Nikola. He bought Nikola too. I see though. Good to know. Oh, Nikola shares? Okay, I thought you meant the Nikola car. Yeah, Rivian is holding 17 at the moment. The trade looks pretty interesting here for sure. Won't matter how many trucks Tesla sells. Elon insulted CA Governor Tommy Newsom. Elon did something weird today too. Elon did something more weird today. Let me I'm gonna get banned off of Twitter here. I'm gonna get banned off Twitch. What is this post, Elon? Are you complaining that black people are replacing white roles? Or are you complaining that black people are villains in movies or superhero movies? Like, what is this rant about? All you said is wow, and I see mostly superheroes or good characters, right? Like that's a good character. That's a good character. Obviously, Catwoman was bad at first, but she's a superhero, right? I don't know what character that is, but I'm pretty sure that's from the movie Thor. And in Thor, this guy's a good guy. He's the gatekeeper. So what is Elon wowing about? Is he complaining that, like, even Starfire is a black girl? Is he complaining that they're giving black people all the roles? If so, this post needs to be deleted. Because this is super weird. And if it's not about, you know, how white characters are now being turned black, then is it about black characters being villains? And if that's the case, half of these images are not villains. So I really don't get it. I really don't get it, Elon. I really don't get that post, my friend. He's complaining cartoon to live. He's complaining about different race live action to skin color of cartoon. Elon is a right-winger, so that's what they do to the Vogue, that is. I get you have hatred against Elon. But that's okay, so he is complaining that the cartoons are white and the live action are black. He's complaining that they're giving black people white roles. That's racist, dude. That's so racist. Alright, since we talked about Catwoman and we want our boy Homestead Boy to take a look at Caterpillar, let's go see how this... Ooh! Short. Caterpillar! This is setting up for a short opportunity. Not sure what the catalyst is. Caterpillar has had a beautiful run-up. Very similar to IWM, Tesla and all that, and it's giving you that 3 bar, and this 3rd bar, that's today's bar, popped and got rejected right back. Maybe this pop was somewhat manufactured from DHI, right? Somewhat manufactured from DHI. Caterpillar mostly used in home building machines, farming, construction, and all that stuff. So possible bleeding from that catalyst onto this stock, and that got absolutely rejected by the market. Same thing happened on LEN, another home builder that popped up based off of the DHI sympathy, but got rejected all the way back to zero, well, not zero, but all the way back to the open price or the yesterday's high kind of move, right? So LEN could set up for a nice short move, and Caterpillar setting up for a nice short move over here. I don't think the longs are no longer in play. Anyone who bought up on this move over here, on this candle specifically, and more so specifically above 355, they all have a question. They all have a question when this stock gets below 355 and actually finds selling under 355. Where is your stop? When are you closing your position? Where do you take losses? So if this stock is finding selling under 355, you might want to be careful if you're thinking long or if you have a long. If the stock is, you know, just tickling 355, goes to 354, immediately bounces off of 354, then it's setting up for something like Palantir, something like Rivian, something like those are the only 2 names that come to my mind. So something like Palantir, something like Rivian. So Caterpillar is looking pretty interesting. 355 short could set up for a play. I'm debating if I want to add it to my watch list or not. I'll throw it in there. 355. A little bit of a sympathy pop-up today that got rejected. And ladies and gentlemen, that's basically all she wrote for today's stream. We had quite a bit of a deep stream today because I was honestly all over the place. I skipped from watch list all over the watch list, through all over the chat, threw all over my brain. So we went way over the regular stream, but I thank you guys for staying with me through the whole journey there. Long since 325 on Caterpillar. I mean, 325 is a good price. I'm expecting that's 325. No, that's 335. 325 is a great price. Yeah, that's a great price. I would expect 340 to find some buying. You can see how let me move this here real quick and move this one over. You can see how I don't have the most recent earnings anchored VWAP for us, sadly, because I didn't trade it in that time period. But I had it from the other anchored VWAP from the other earnings, and you can see how we were basically above it, right? We were finding buying, reject, and then find buying again. So clearly the buyer from this earnings report was still buying up the stock. And then when we go down over here, the buyer who was around this area still kind of kept it active. You can see the action. He didn't let it go under here, right? Even though the stock is under his average price. Now I'm guessing his gender. That's a mistake. I shouldn't do that, right? Whoever the trader is, their average price is, the stock is clearly below their average price, but they held it, did not let it go below. And that brought in the pop because the seller who was bullying the stock lower noticed that this buyer is being way too adamant and they're not letting it go lower. That means the stock could easily pop higher. So I'm going to get out. So the sellers are closing their position. The new catalysts are coming in. Then all of that is carrying higher. We got the sympathy trade today that's pouring in. That's carried it higher, but that got rejected. So this stock could easily form a little bit more base around this area. That's why I said 355 is very important. If we get below 355 and actually find selling under 355, I think we go to 340 easily, at which point we can find buying afterwards. But if we keep holding 355, then the shorts who came in today, the shorts who came in yesterday, the shorts who came in here, all of them have a question to answer. Where is your stop? Where do you take your losses? When do you get out of the trade? Right? So those questions will be answered very soon. But the way the market's moving, expecting Caterpillar to break all-time high is also kind of out of the picture. So I understand this resistance. I can understand the support also. Maybe your stop, you should probably take some profits if 355 breaks, right? You're 10 bucks in the money. Maybe take some profits, hold some for this 9-bar test. 9-bar meaning 9 EMA. Hold some for this 9 EMA test on the daily, which is around 345. And if 345 fails, I would maybe close my position and try to reposition maybe later on in the future. But if 345 holds after 355 breaks, there could be, like I said, that consolidation move coming in, buyers stepping up, buyers buying above 340, not below 340. Buyers are being aggressive and buying above 340. That's a bullish sign for you. So you want to see how that plays out. Surprisingly enough, 340 is also where that anchored VWAP is, where I think the buyer from this area is still the one who is dictating the action to the upside at the moment. I believe in that very much. So we'll see if that buyer is going to keep helping the stock, or is the seller into this area going to keep bullying the stock lower, eventually wiping out the buyer here, and then we flush lower. That's a whole different story, probably coming in if the market keeps crumbling the way it is. We wanted to talk about the... God, I wanted so much to talk about today. Or I have so much to talk about today, Jesus. I appreciate you guys for staying on for so long, man. I know it's late. I know you guys much rather go to bed and all that fun stuff. But thank you for sticking around. And if you do enjoy it, hit that like, hit that subscribe. It would mean the world to me because I'm trying to grow this channel. Much appreciated. Mucho obrigado. All right. July 31st is the next FOMC. We're not getting a rate cut for that FOMC. But for the September FOMC, 93% probability that interest rates are going to get cut in September. We have not seen this probability coming in forever. We have not seen the market pricing in 93% interest rate cuts coming in. So this move right here that we're getting on the QQQ could very well be setting up for that September interest rate cut, right? So we got a little pullback, a nice 10% pullback from all-time highs just before the next FOMC. Papa Powell comes in and gives us the interest rate cuts, and boom goes the market right back to the upside. That's kind of the picture that I have in mind. So we're waiting to see if it plays out that way. We have not seen 93%, ladies and gentlemen. That gets a little exciting, right? What does November look like? November is pricing in 56% rate cut after the September rate cut. People are getting excited here. They're getting excited. So let's see what happens. White characters being replaced with minorities apparently. So that's what he's complaining about. Yeah, I think my YouTube chat agreed with that, Strandley. Strandley, I'm surprised you're watching me on Twitch instead of YouTube, because Twitch is probably spamming you with ads and all that nonsense. Not that I don't want you to watch me on Twitch, because obviously Twitch it pays me money for watching me too, but you should watch me on YouTube so you don't get spammed with all those stupid ads. Or follow me with Amazon Prime, baby. Hit me with that Amazon Prime, or Twitch Prime. Sorry, Twitch Prime. Hit me with that Twitch Prime, baby. But ladies and gentlemen, that is all she wrote for today's stream. Once again, I'm going to copy paste my Linktree link. Make sure you check it out. All my social media links are right at the top. Discord, X, Twitch, all that fun stuff. My affiliate sponsors, the softwares that I use every single day to trade. Trade Ideas, TraderSync, Benzinga. Go check them out. Links are over there. You can support me on Patreon. This sends you my watch list. Even though everything I do is absolutely free for you guys, I show you my watch list every single day. I talk about my watch list throughout my stream. Everything is free. But if you go the extra step to support your boy, so I can buy Zonix or Zins basically in Canada, so I can buy Zins. So you can do so by supporting me, and then that unlocks extra perks for you, like getting my watch list sent out to you. We can have we can bring you on the stream and kind of do trade reviews for you and so on. So all that fun stuff if you want to do that. And that is basically all she wrote for tonight. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. I'm thinking we do one game of chess. One game of chess. No 2 games tonight because I'm tired. My voice is hurting. I've been kind of above my normal voice pitch. My voice is hurting a little bit, and I've been talking for an hour and a half nonstop. All right, so let's put on some Dieter beats. I moved my face already, Dieter. Stop yelling at me. Let's put on some Dieter beats. Let's do some puzzles. Get some chess win. A chess win. Oh no, we're only playing one game. Win or loss, no matter what, we're only playing one game. And we're gonna call it, because I'm tired, chat. Daily puzzle. Let's get this. Bye-bye birdie. I like that. Bye-bye birdie. Did you guys know GM Hikaru Nakamura actually trades stocks? He had a what do you call it? Those lie detector tests. And in that lie detector test, the interviewer asked Hikaru, "Have you made more money day trading or have you made more money day trading or trading in general or off of chess?" And Hikaru said he made more money off of chess. And then he asked him, what tips do you have? And he said, my only tip is invest in index funds. Pretty cool. I would like to have a co-stream with Hikaru where we're talking about stocks. I get to interview him and we get to talk about stocks and he gets to teach me trading. That'd be amazing to do. All right, what do I do here? I can't move that. I can't move this. Surprisingly enough, I'm doing the right move, but where do I go from here? Oh! The only reason I got that, chat, is because it said bye-bye birdie, and I realized I had to take either his queen, his rook, or his thing. I'm glad I figured that. I'm glad I figured that out. I almost looked that video. What video? What are you talking about, Willis? Good show, Prad. I'm going to replay from the beginning of the show to see what I missed. Thank you, John. Much appreciated, brother. You're the best. Oh, the Hikaru video. Yeah, I want to watch it. It's like an hour long, though. It's like an hour long. And I love Hikaru. Don't get me wrong. I like Hikaru, but not that much. I don't love Hikaru that much. What do I do here? Finish him! Hey, what's up, Money Mitch? Yo, you're short today, my brother. Woo-wee! Ladies and gentlemen, if you're not following the madman Money Mitch... Oh, by the way, I also need to know, where do you post your playbook? I need to know where you post your playbook. If you're not following the madman Money Mitch... Woo-wee! What a short on Goldman Sachs. Now, this is the third stock that I kept forgetting today. Goldman Sachs. Sorry, Goldman sucks. Goldman sucks, right? Euphoric up move. Day 1, day 2, day 3, big pullback. Kind of like what happened on IWM. Kind of like what happened on JOBY. Goldman sucks. Slapping it to the downside. Shout out to our boy Money Mitch, ladies and gentlemen, from Trade the Pool streams. He's surprisingly enough trying to take my other job now, which is talking about earnings names. No, I'm joking. He actually did a what's it called? He did a 4 o'clock stream where he covered the earnings move from Netflix live, which was pretty cool to see. I was watching it while on my way home on the bus. I couldn't type in chat because my losing connection on the subway frequently, but it was pretty cool to see you do this. I want to see more of these, and I want to see it a lot more of these. So let's go, Money Mitch. Keep making the amazing content and keep slapping the market. Look at the short, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just open this bad boy up right there. Bang. Shorting the pops. Cover. Beautiful. Not sure if he's holding any, but beautiful. Also went long FAZ and short XLF. This guy is unstoppable. Money Mitch. Check him out on Twitter. Check out his streams on Trade the Pool channel. Check it out. All right. Let's try to finish him, as Money Mitch said. I'm pretty bad at chess though, so bear with me here. What do I do, mate? How's that checkmate? You can't go there? You can. Sometimes I don't understand these puzzles, dude. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, black to move. I thought so. Because if I went this guy first, that allows the king to get closer. But if I did this guy first, he had to make... Sorry, not this guy. If I did this guy first, he had to decide either kill me or let me continue past him. At which point, I have 2 opportunities to become a queen. Oh my god, I'm a genius. White move, white to 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 move. What am I missing here? Ooh. I didn't miss a thing. Not a thing, homie. Not a thing, homie. This is interesting. Huh. Can I get a hint? Oh, checkmate. Duh. What am I doing, bro? Come on, dude. All right, white to move. All right, fine. Okay, that's all the puzzles. Oh yeah, 5 puzzles a day. Okay, please be white. Please be white. Please be white. I can't. I hate. Ah. You didn't see that. You didn't see that. It's okay. You blocked your way for that? Why would you do that? Do I just take them? Why not? If I go here, he comes, I take, he comes, I take. Check. Take. Come on. Do it. Do it! Just do it! I'm not gonna do it because you're gonna kill my fucking piece. Are you stupid? Idiot. Oh no. This guy dies. Yeah, he's dead. I'm gonna leave him die. I'm gonna hang him dry. Fork him? How? Me no comprehend. Ah, okay, okay. Is this kid stupid, man? Yo, this beat's nasty, Dieter. I could hear this in like a... I could totally see this in a club, man. Ba-da-bum. Ba-da-bum. Now, why would you go ahead and do that? Now, why would you do something like that? Now, why would you do something like that? I don't get it, bro. Watch. I almost did it. That would have been scary. Nasty. Do it, idiot. I won't shit talk. I won't shit talk. If I shit talk, I'll lose this game. What a rat. You rat son of a bitch. Oh, I like this one too. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, do something else, buddy. Like, what am I doing here with this guy, man? Thank you. Thank you. Like, what am I doing here with this guy, man? Pussyfooting around? Jesus Christ. Alright, GG. We got the game. We got the game, chat. That's the only thing that matters. We won. GG. God damn. That took too long. Longer than it needed. That took longer than it needed. Let's be real. But hey, chat. That is the final stream of this week. Hopefully you enjoyed everything I had to talk about. I had a lot of fun streaming today. Hopefully you had fun watching me. I know it was quite some time. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. We'll be back Sunday 6 p.m. Monday to Thursday 8 p.m. Same time, same place. Have a great time on the market tomorrow. Let's see if it gets a bounce or does it get a free fall Friday. You have a great weekend. Lots of fun events on the weekend. We got UFC. We got Jake Paul, who's about to get his ass beat by Mike Perry. We got Formula One. It's gonna be a fun weekend for sports. Never, you know. I'm not sure about what other sports are out there, but it's gonna be fun for me. Have fun. I'll see you guys Sunday. Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy. Peace. Guys are joining me on that great side. Markets are moving around. Might just be a risk on type of day, so let's see what happens. 8 o'clock tomorrow, as you guys know, we do the stream Monday to Thursday, 8 p.m. Shout out to my affiliate sponsors, Benzinga, Trade Ideas, the #1 scanner to go to, Trader Sync, promo code down below, promo code Prad 15 to get 15% off. I will catch you guys tomorrow, 8 o'clock, same time, same place. Until then, TraderPrad out. Adios.